Design Adventure Stories by A.B. Marcus.
Dedication.
To the creative minds of Providence, Rhode Island, may this book bring to life the stories of your design adventures and embolden you to design something truly special.
23 Innovative Creative Design Stories. About real people in design in the creative capital of New England, Providence, Rhode Island. Copyright Circle 2023, A.B. Marcus. All rights reserved. Gracie Media, www.graciemedia.us. Acknowledgements. Out of all the incredible talents in the creative world, designers occupy a special place. To the designers who pour their heart and soul into each and every project, thank you. You bring your unique eye to everything you touch, and your generosity and passion are felt throughout our communities. We are inspired by your journey and excited to explore your ideas and images. Your innovations capture our imagination while incorporating both modern technology and classic techniques. Your designs work to shape the future and make our lives easier. We want to thank you for allowing us a peek into your design universe. Your stories and passion influence us all. You are an invaluable part of our world, and we thank you for sharing your talents. Thank you for your hard work and the amazing ways you improve our lives. Designers everywhere, thank you. Only murmurs in the billing. You can't change the course of the wind, but by always changing your sails, you can find your way back to shore. The place is here. The time is now. And the journey into the Providence Design District we're about to see could be our own. Another notice, another bill, another month. This is wrong. I can't owe this much, she muttered to herself in a war cry whisper in her little office off of Waybosset Street in downtown Providence, Rhode Island. New PVD designer Emily decided to follow some great design mentors she knew mentoring would bring preeminent achievement. Bang, crash. Oh no, Cody! Swing, she yelled. Just then, Cody, Emily's little white terrier mix, knocked over the tiny orange and yellow flower bouquet she just bought from Lofty's Flower Shop in the PVD arcade. She thought it was the one great addition to her little office her brother Mike helped pay for this month. Why is design so darn hard in the city? She said out loud. I thought there'd be more opportunities from that school. That's how she and her design friends referred to their alma mater school on the hill. But just then she remembered what Kip, her Newport, Rhode Island sailing coach, told her. You can't change the course of the wind, but by always changing your sails, you can find your way back to shore. The end. May Muses. A strike in May. Once upon a very recent time, on a day in May, there was a writers' strike. Great and small union writers from far and wide who publish, type, and scribble creative ideas and images were halted. Incredibly, something charmed and unexpected soon occurred. The 9 excellent muses, in a wink, appeared and placed their sights on the minds of non-union writers. The muses spoke to these writers in the form of spectacular ideas and plots, which even the most seasoned screenwriters could not have imagined on their own. They did this because the muses finally felt free to explore new ideas their union writers would never dare to brainstorm into being. As you might realize, the stories created by these inspired writers were of a breathtaking original quality, not like anything seen before, and far beyond the limitations of human creativity. The news spread, as news does, like wildfire. It became clear that, in the recent past, the Writers Guild was a place where the most sought-after ideas were being peddled to the highest bidders, with the 9 muses imprisoned only by some sense of duty to their largest audiences. Suddenly, the muses realized that they could work with all writers, union and non-union, and their freedom during the writers' strike opened new avenues of creation. See, said Calliope, the oldest and wisest with the tallest hair of the 9 muses. That's why the strike happened in the first place, she said. So they decided there would no longer be any boundaries in terms of creativity in the industry for the muses after this strike ever again. This incredible new generation of writers even formed a free collective, enabled by the mysterious muses, a place where creativity flourishes, never hindered by the constraints of previous dues and rules. Today, writers' ideas are born in abundance, and all writers quickly find success and admiration. The writer's strike eventually ends, but the legacy of the muses still lasts to this day, with a newfound sense of abundance, creativity, and innovation to fuel the imagination of all writers for years to come, with brand new ideas and images. The end. Good morning, ladies. PVD, Chic Week, Fashion Tailor, Tragedy, turns triumphant. Frankly, it was a stormy May night, and the rain was coming down hard. The S-curve was impossible. The car hydroplaned. Tragedy struck at 4:30 a.m. Joseph, the top PVD Chic Week tailor famed for his Sex and the City TV tailoring days, was gone. By 5:45 a.m., everyone on the PVD Chic Week team seemed to think this year's event was doomed. The kickoff was in just 24 hours. Tanya, Vincent, and Josie, PVD Chic Week fashion designers, decided somehow, some way to find a tailor to keep the 100 dress fashion show going. The Providence RI top social event of the spring. Yes. Vincent, who always had his suits tailored at Franklin Rogers on Westminster Street, told Tanya and Josie, I think Roger Gross's team at Franklin Rogers could help us out of this pickle, said Vincent. Isn't this their biggest season for weddings and proms? Tanya said. Yeah, you're right, he said. We have nothing to lose in asking. We've got to try, said Josie. But I've got to get to the Chic Week Hotel to get this sorted out. I don't have time to get to Franklin Rogers, Vincent said. So Josie and Tanya decided to visit Franklin Rogers Clothing. It was a beautiful May morning after the night of heavy rain. At 8:30 a.m., the Chic Week duo were the first customers to ring the doorbell. And as they entered, they heard, Good morning, ladies, from the owner, Roger. Josie and Tanya both knew the sad irony in hearing this phrase, as it was a day of mourning for the Chic Week team. As expected, Roger politely told the Josie and Tanya that indeed it is their busiest season with Newport weddings and high school proms. He could never part with his one tailor, Jessie, who was busy upstairs hearing this story while she was measuring and sewing. The two left the store disappointed that they weren't able to figure out a solution. As they walked back to their car in the lot next to the PVD arcade, Jessie, the Franklin Rogers tailor, followed them out to their car. "I think I can help you," Jessie said. "I think I can do your chic week tailoring after 6 p.m. when I get off work," she said. "That would be awesome," Tanya said. "Wow, thank you for helping us in a pinch. We'll pay you well for your time," Josie said. Thanks to the hard-working Jessie, tailored every outfit and finished by 5 a.m. the next day, sewing every button and bow in place, in time to make the PVD Chic Week a smashing success, and Joseph the TV tailor was remembered with love. In fact, Tanya, Vincent, and Josie all agreed the show didn't just go on, it went off with a bang. Tears of joy came over the sad morning, and upon reflection, the old adage was true. No matter the challenge, with tenacity, grit, and a good dose of good luck, any tragedy can turn into tailored triumph. The end. The Excellent Wonder Box. How Rhode Island changed the world forever for good. Excellent Wonder Box. That's what it said. Carved in Old English letters with the date 1636 inscribed on the wood. It was a small golden and wooden box, a little larger than a shoebox. Brianna and Samantha, we'll call her Sam, quickly realized the huge potential of this strange box they found when they renovated their George C. Arnold office building at 100 Washington Street in Down City. That office is an architectural anomaly, 3 stories tall and 13 feet deep. It's Providence's own rectangular version of the New York City Flatiron Building. It's interesting that the Arnold family and their clever building were founding settlers of the colony of Rhode Island. A very curious box found in a very strange building, owned by a Providence family, who were the first 13 settlers of Providence. Yes, the building is exactly 13 feet wide, 1 foot for every original Providence settler. Just a fascinating fact, or is it something even more? You see, until today, for more than 3 years, Brianna and Sam's graphic design business in downtown Providence, Rhode Island, wasn't really making it. Today, however, to their complete surprise, the Excellent Wonder Box became an instant hit, and they were blessed with a degree of success they had never experienced before at their peculiar design office. The curiosity in this relic with Rhode Island's founding date took the public by storm, but soon, the amount of attention they get from customers and the media, from TV news spots, podcasts, and Providence Journal newspaper articles became overwhelming. How to explain their success and how to explain to the public the real secrets of this Excellent Wonder Box. They both became very anxious and confused about their recent celebrity. Neither did they know that their Excellent Wonder Box has a will of its own. This odd box, this relic from 1636 Providence, immediately, instantaneously, and incredibly manipulates design and innovation in time and space around it. It transports Brianna and Sam in a wink to London, Paris, and then Beijing, each time for exactly 12 minutes and 35 seconds, then hurtling the two to a new time and place. With each new visit, they see the innovative designs, shapes, and colors, and textures from every time and place they land. And as fast as they record an original concept, off to the next place and design and creative innovation. Aware of the danger they could now face, they try to find some way to avoid getting lost in time and space. Sam works out the coordinates and calculates a formula to bring them back to the present. However, Brianna realizes they must always stay close to the Excellent Wonder Box within its energy field in order to return to each time and place they've encountered. This Excellent Wonder Box with its strange new power. Will they learn to master the art and design of time travel and make the most out of this newfound ability? Or will they get lost in quantum dimensions? After countless close calls and narrow escapes, Brianna and Sam eventually land at the Slater Mill in Pawtucket, Rhode Island on May 25th, 1824. This is on the eve of the first factory strike ever in the United States, led by 102 young women mill workers. With no way out and tension building for the early morning strike, Brianna and Sam attempt to hide the box in the deepest corner of the Slater Mill. 3 time cops who became aware of their dimensional warping were already there waiting for them, ready to stop their timeline. Entangling, however, just as 3 time cops are about to take the Excellent Wonder Box away, a strange golden violet light radiates. Suddenly, it's the next day, May 26th, outside the Slater Mill, crowded with striking mill workers protesting at the gate, dressed in 19th century clothes, all the weaving machines silent, but the crowd at full throttle with chants and loud noises, rocks thrown, shattered glass. Just then, a woven tarp lying against the mill wall comes to life, and the Excellent Wonder Box appears out of thin air. The time cops, in a fit of rage, try to take the Excellent Wonder Box by force, but are engulfed in a sparkling fog. The golden violet light fades away. When the dust settles, the time cops are gone, and the Excellent Wonder Box returns to Brianna and Sam's hands, back in the present. The Slater Mill becomes eerily quiet again as Brianna and Sam watch their fantastic Wonder Box, stunned with amazement at what they had seen and heard, and now know. Before them was presented an opportunity neither of them could have imagined to tell this story of the first ever triumph of women working together to make a better design and a better life. Just then, a robotic woman's voice rang out from the box. "The power of the Excellent Wonder Box is yours. Use it wisely. Good design is everything," she exclaimed. So, Brianna and Sam took the Excellent Wonder Box with them, and their design business enjoyed a whole different kind of success in Providence, overcoming challenges with ease and finding joy in every creative design adventure life took them on. They'll always remember that morning at the Slater Mill, how women turned the tide of the world. 199 years ago, 102 Rhode Island women changed the world forever, for good. better design always leads to a better world, and Brianna and Sam realize it. Whether it was luck, fate, or something else, they were grateful. Yes, the excellent wonder box is always packed for another adventure with splendorous exacting excellent wonder. And that good design is indeed everything. The end. Synchrony PVD, Plasma Now Time Digital. Our trio had heard the tales of the success stories that had emerged from the bustling downtown businesses and were intrigued. With the help of their new sophisticated Plasma Now Time software and their innovative design skills, they had a plan to map and visualize the relationships between the local companies. After weeks of work and many late nights, the website was finally complete and ready for the world to see. Little did they know the impact their website would have on the city of Providence, Rhode Island. Sarah, Mark, and Rohan are website and multimedia designers located in downtown Providence, Rhode Island. One day, the trio decided to create a website that would show how the businesses in the area interacted and worked together in order to improve their performance. Sarah took the initiative to make the website even more special. After sipping drinks one night, the trio achieved inspiration, dubbed the website Synchrony PVD, and revolutionized design, resources, and ingenuity. People from all over the world started to visit Synchrony PVD to get their website design work done, and it quickly grew in popularity. The founders of the company started to receive invitations to speak at conferences and symposiums all over the world. The three of them had created a true Plasma Now Time digital revolution with Synchrony PVD to help make the world a better place and promote the Providence Design District. The sun rose on the morning of their success, and for once, all three of them were filled with joy and optimism for the future. Together, they had brought a new light to the world, and it would never be the same for Rohan, Mark, and Sarah. The end. Modern masterpiece. Dogs and designers became best friends. You may think you know the story of these three talented architectural designers, but you're most likely wrong. Step into the Providence Design District, where their world is filled with the unexpected and the extraordinary. As the creative capital around them changes, they find themselves in a place where the impossible becomes reality and the boundaries between the real and the fantastic become blurred. Will their creativity triumph, or will they be swallowed up by the unknown? Katrina, Spencer, and Tanya, three amazing architectural designers in the city of Providence, RI. They created some of the most innovative architectural designs in the last 20 years. Katrina had a dog named Buffy, Spencer had a Great Dane named Snowflake, and Tanya had a Chihuahua named Lacey. One day, before they ever knew each other, they were all out walking their dogs. Their pups all stopped to introduce their owners, and they got into the "what do you do" talk. Suddenly, like a bolt out of the blue, they all realized they were in the same business, yet had never heard of each other in this tiny city of Providence, Rhode Island. At that very moment, even before their dog's tail stopped wagging, they started to plan some of the most innovative architectural designs in the history of the Providence Design District. Yes! That day, Katrina, Spencer, and Tanya's dogs instantly became friends, and their owners weren't far behind. They were all passionate about their work in the world of architectural design. From that day forward, they loved discussing the intricacies of different spatial designs and the ideas they could come up with inside and out for new buildings. They would often take their dogs out for walks together and talk about these things. On one of these amazing dog walks, they noticed a dilapidated old building that was located in the old jewelry district portion of the Providence Design District. It had been abandoned for years and was in serious need of renovation. The three friends looked at it with a sense of awe and possibility. They wanted to make something out of it and decided to work together to do just that. They formed a plan and started working on the project. The renovation process was long and complicated, but they eventually completed it. The building was transformed into a modern masterpiece and became an important part of the Providence Design District. Katrina, Spencer, and Tanya were overjoyed with the results of their hard work. They often took their dogs out to the building and showed it off to everyone. People from all over the city would come to admire the building and the innovative design that the three friends had created. With a little bit of luck and a lot of hard work, Katrina, Spencer, and Tanya were now a force to be reckoned with in the world of architecture in Providence, Rhode Island. The end. Missing jewelry designer and spies. It is said that the Providence Design District is home to some of the most talented jewelry designers in the world, from classic styles to modern and unique pieces. Since the 1880s, the jewelry district is a hub of creativity and artistry, along with spying, espionage, and missing designers, last seen on Newport's Cliff Walk with her faithful dog Louie. It was Monday morning, the start of a new week. Bethany arrived at her jewelry design studio in the heart of the Providence Design District with her trusty sidekick dog Joey in tow. She had heard rumors of a new jewelry designer, Joanne, and was eager to meet her. As Bethany made her way around the district, she noticed an odd tension in the air. "What's going on here?" Bethany asked one of her fellow designers. The designer shrugged. "I'm not sure. All I know is that Joanne, the new jewelry designer, went missing after a weekend on the Cliff Walk in Newport. No one's seen her since." Bethany's curiosity was piqued. She had to find out what happened. She set out to find clues. Everywhere she went, she heard whispers of espionage. She started asking around and soon discovered that Joanne had made some powerful enemies in the jewelry design industry. Bethany was determined to find out the truth. She tracked down Joanne's little dog, Louie, wandering along the cliff walk, dragging his leash behind him. Bethany followed the little brown and white terrier to a secluded spot on the cliff walk. In the distance, she could see Joanne, unharmed, but surrounded by a group of shady characters. Bethany quickly realized that the group was part of a jewelry design spy ring. Joanne had inadvertently stumbled upon their plans, and they were trying to keep her quiet. Bethany sprang into action and quickly got Joanne out of danger. She took her back to the design district, and the two quickly became friends. The jewelry design industry was a cutthroat business, but Bethany was determined to make sure that Joanne and her designs were safe. With the help of her new friend, Bethany was able to put an end to the jewelry design espionage ring and protect Joanne and her designs. The end. Storefront Blight Turns Right. 3 inspiring women designers making a difference in Providence are, yes. It was the beginning of a new era in the city. 3 fresh Providence college graduates stood looking at empty storefronts in downtown Providence, RI. As if frozen in time, it seemed like everything stopped. The 3 young women stood like statues, in awe of the designs, the creativity and innovation they knew they could create here. Rachel, Sarah, and Julie had a passion for storefront beauty. These 3 women wanted to create something that would bring life back to the streets of downtown Providence, Rhode Island. Let's get back to the office to plan and brainstorm, Sarah said. We need to focus on creating visual designs that featured the famous tourist attractions in Rhode Island, she said on the way back to their walk up Westminster Street office. You know, Julie said, because of Amazon and online shopping, these storefront will be empty for years. We definitely have to come up with something that will be creative and innovative, Rachel remarked. Once they got back to their new design office, the 3 designers started by researching the latest trends in storefront design, visiting other stores in the area, and talking to local business owners. They also attended workshops and seminars to learn more about the industry. After gathering all the information they needed, they began to sketch out their ideas and create a plan for their vacant storefront visual designs. Then the 3 designers worked together to create a modern, inviting, and unique storefront designs for empty storefronts. They used bright colors, interesting shapes, and unique materials to create a space that was inviting and eye-catching. They also incorporated elements of their own personal style into the design. They all knew it was the beginning of a new era in the city, since the Providence Design District had been established. And Rachel, Sarah, and Julie knew they were graphic designers, were at the forefront of this new movement. You see, these 3 women were friends since at RSD and Brown, and they decided to combine their expertise and create a web design and graphic design studio in downtown Providence. The end. A make or break our design. A lamp in the hand is better than 2 in the catalog. Popular Providence people of Rhode Island were growing increasingly uneasy. For months, rumors had been circulating about the Breakers Mansion in Newport and the trio of Providence interior designers working within its walls. No one knew what was really happening inside, but all could feel the incredible imaginative presence of talented interior designers at work, because this was the first time in 100 years that the decor of the mansion had changed. Jenna, Natalie, and Spencer were 3 established Providence, Rhode Island interior designers. They each had adorable dogs. Jenna had Charlie, a cream-colored Frenchie. Natalie had Lucy, a strawberry brown Cocker Spaniel. And Spencer had Daisy, an adorable gray-colored mini Schnauzer. The trio had been working on a new interior design project for the Breakers Mansion in Newport for the past few months, and during the whole project, their dogs never left their side because they were official registered service dogs. The team had worked tirelessly to come up with the perfect design for the mansion, and were almost finished when they encountered an unexpected problem. One of the items needed for their design was a rare lamp that could only be found in a small shop somewhere in the state of Rhode Island. Jenna, Natalie, and Spencer had all agreed that having the lamp was essential for the project, but now they were running out of time. The team decided to split up and search for the lamp across the state. Jenna and Natalie headed to the shops while Spencer stayed behind to work on the design. As Jenna and her little dog Charlie headed north to search the shops from Burrellville to Woonsocket, Natalie and little Lucy searched the shops from Warwick to Narragansett. Finally, Natalie and little Lucy dog found the perfect lamp at a little shop called Shaw Pottery in Wyoming, Rhode Island. But when Natalie went to purchase it, she was told the custom-made display model wasn't for sale and that the shop had already sold that lamp to someone else. Jenna and Natalie returned to the mansion empty-handed and discouraged. However, when they arrived back at the Breakers Mansion, they found Spencer's Daisy, his little Schnauzer, playing in the closet when she dragged out a box with an equally beautiful lamp for the design, right on the Breakers Mansion estate. Jenna, Natalie, and Spencer all looked at each other and smiled, realizing the moral of their story. A lamp in the hand is better than 2 in the catalog. The end. SMOKE and MIRRORS. PVD's new holographic projection. See and be seen. Is it believing is seeing? Or seeing is believing? Frankly, nowadays it's hard to tell how things really work, but not for our trio of curious Providence designers who just discovered something that will need more mirrors than smoke. You see, Vincent, Faith, and Becca are all visual Reyes design graduate students working on a new holographic projection system that actually works with smoke and mirrors. It's not well known, Becca steps up and says, the smoke is actually vape smoke, which is far more projectionable than regular smoke and non-toxic, plus it dissipates quickly. And the high refresh rate of 144 pixels per inch laser dispersion, which creates an amazing 3D quality to everything, Faith added. At their little office in the PVD arcade on the Westminster Street side, they've been working night and day for weeks. They are about to introduce their latest digital device, a goggle-free, hollow projection screen system, giving the user a complete visual experience. They call it See and Be Seen tech that dispels the serious personal safety trade-offs while wearing VR head goggles. We can now report the new See and Be Seen tech works, and it works very well. This invention will give users a new way to experience the world, and in turn has inspired people from all walks of life to explore the unknown and push the boundaries of holographic VR reality. Once again, the world has been changed by this team of fascinating cooperative Providence designers, and this is only the beginning, the end. Irish twins. True Irish tales only told on St. Patrick's Day. When the Irish twins were born, less than 1 year apart, the family joked that they'd be joined at the hip. but little did they know how true that would become. The Quinns were a family of 6 from County Cork, Ireland. Carmela was the oldest. Anna was next then, Lindsay and Jason. Carmela and Anna were Irish twins because they were born within 10 months of each other. But they were also called Irish twins because they shared a twin equal distrust and dislike of their 2 younger siblings and were always working together to undermine their hopes and dreams. Their family and grandparents adored all the children of the Quinn family. The grandma Mamie especially adored her granddaughter, Lindsay. However, Carmela was so jealous of her little sister Lindsay and Jason that she wished her grandma were dead. Then one night in a dream, Carmela got a premonition that their beloved grandma Mamie would die in a car wreck. No matter how frightening the dream was, Carmela refused to tell Grandma Mamie about this fate. The car crashed. Grandma Mamie died. It all happened exactly 1 week to the day that Carmela had the dream. Carmela was stunned and confused, yet something inside her was full of glee to see Grandma Mamie out of their lives. A few years had passed, and one day, their dad Leonard stumbled upon a kitten that had fallen down through a street grate and needed rescue. Leonard's long arms just barely reached the kitten, and it was saved. He brought it home that day, and Lindsay and Jason named the little kitten Stevie. Stevie, the rescue kitten, grew up quickly and became a source of joy for the family, especially Lindsay and Jason. Carmela had observed for a long time the joy that Stevie had brought to her youngest siblings. Anna and Carmela started into planning how they could stop this happy experience, plus Carmela hated the smell of the cat box and didn't want it anymore. Anna and Carmela decided to rehome the cat while Lindsay and Jason were at church one Sunday morning. When they arrived home, Stevie was gone. "Have you seen Stevie, Carmela, Anna?" They both said at the same time. "I don't know anything about it." Heartbroken, Lindsay and Jason looked for days and weeks to find their beloved cat. They put up signs, but nothing. A couple of weeks later, to make up for the loss of the family cat, their dad Leonard bought Lindsay and Jason new bikes. They really enjoyed them, but missed their 4-legged friend. A month after that, Anna and Carmela were at it again, planning a way to get rid of the new bikes. On a warm summer afternoon, Jason went out to ride his bike, and both his bike and Lindsay's bike were gone. Anna and Carmela did it. They tricked their youngest siblings and broke their hearts again. Carmela was the oldest, and she felt she never got the love she was due, so she planned these events to break her 2 siblings. So the 2 stewed in their latest scheme, knowing their secrets would bind them as Irish twins for the rest of their lives. That's true until Anna died one day. Carmela's secrets were suddenly revealed because Anna kept a diary of what they did to their little sister and brother. All in County Cork, Ireland heard of the misdoings of these mischievous Irish twins, and their tale lives on in Irish infamy. The end. Toy design road trip. Donating toys to children's hospitals across the USA. Late one night, on Fountain Street in downtown Providence, Rhode Island, Nora, New, and Josie were hard at work in the company's design studio, dreaming up the next big thing in toy design. But as the hour grew late, something strange began to happen. As they looked around in amazement, they realized they had stumbled upon a strange new world, a world that existed between reality and fantasy, between the waking and the dreaming. They now knew they needed to go on a toy design road trip. Of course, they worked for that famous toy company in Providence, Rhode Island. This month, they were in charge of coming up with the most creative and innovative designs for the company's toys. Nora was the creative one, coming up with the most wild and imaginative ideas. New was the engineer, making sure the designs were sturdy and safe. And Josie was the one who kept everything organized, working hard to make sure the toys got to the stores on time. To celebrate their success, the trio decided to take a cross-country road trip to visit toy stores that stocked their products. Over the course of 2 weeks, they would visit toy and craft stores in 10 different states. The first day of the trip took them from their home in Providence, Rhode Island to Arizona. Along the way, they stopped in small towns to admire the scenery and explore the local stores. They even took a detour to visit the Grand Canyon. The next few days were filled with visits to stores in Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and Nebraska. The trio stayed in small towns and enjoyed the local cuisine and culture. Everywhere they went, they were amazed by the way the people of all ages welcomed them and the enthusiasm with which they embraced their amazing toys. In South Dakota, they stopped at a children's hospital to donate some of their toys. The kids loved their creations, and the staff was incredibly grateful. The last few days of the trip were spent in the Midwest. They visited toy stores in Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Minnesota. Everywhere they went, they encountered friendly faces and happy customers who loved their famous toy company puzzles and games. By the end of their trip, Nora, New, and Josie were exhausted but delighted with one special toy idea they found in Colorado that will be designed and ready just in time for the Christmas season. The end. Escaping the landscape. A cliff walk. Now we are about to enter a new dimension of creativity and innovation where design becomes reality in Newport, Rhode Island's Cliff Walk. Meet Patty, a Providence landscape designer with a vision that can never be contained. Step through the door and join Patty and her little dog Toby and their cliff walk journey of wonder and beauty. Patty is a creative and innovative landscaper who loves to bring her ideas to life. She's won several awards for her amazing work and was even featured in the Providence Design District magazine. Patty's work brings a unique and captivating atmosphere to this fantastical Narragansett Bay landscape. Experience the unrivaled beauty of Patty's work and explore the secrets that lie within Newport's Cliff Walk. Our Patty is a petite woman with long, wavy brown hair and deep brown eyes with a warm and friendly smile and an incredibly infectious laugh. Patty, a Johnson & Wales design graduate, has designed gardens for private homes, commercial buildings, and community parks. Her designs are both functional and aesthetically pleasing. with her signature being natural and organic elements that are both beautiful and practical. Patty takes pride in her work and loves to see the finished product when her plans are complete. She often takes Toby, her 4-year-old Chihuahua mix rescue, on the walk with her to provide a calming presence and to get a better look at the beautiful scenery in Newport's Cliff Walk. Back at her office on Westminster Street, next to the Providence Arcade, Patty got right to work on her Cliff Walk landscaping ideas. Patty is an amazing designer, and her work is truly a masterpiece. She is an inspiration to others and a great example of how creativity and hard work can make all the difference. Her designs truly transform the landscape and bring beauty and joy to everyone who gets to experience them. The end. Trio of Fashion. Designers unite. Sarah, Melissa, and Louise were 3 friends who lived in Providence, Rhode Island, and had all recently graduated with degrees in fashion design. They had been talking for weeks about starting their own fashion design company, and finally, after months of planning, their dreams were about to come true. Sarah was the creative force behind the trio. Melissa was the marketing guru, and Louise was the numbers-savvy financial expert. Together, they had the perfect combination of skills to start their own business. They opened their design studio they named SML Fashions after their first initials. Their new office was at 123 Washington Street in the heart of downtown Providence, and their fashion design studio quickly became the talk of the town. People came from all over to their second-floor boutique to see their beautiful designs, and the trio was thrilled with the response. Soon, they began to receive requests from local boutiques and department stores to design custom pieces for them. Sarah, Melissa, and Louise took great pride in their work, and each piece was crafted with care and attention to detail. The trio quickly began to build a name for themselves in the fashion industry, and before long, their designs were featured in national magazines. It seemed like their dreams of success had finally become a reality. Today, Sarah, Melissa, and Louise are still designing beautiful clothing and accessories from their Washington Street studio in Providence. Their proud SML Fashions made a name for themselves in the fashion industry, and they continue to create pieces that are loved by people all over the world. The end. Small Point Cafe played no small part. Small Point Cafe played no small part in that design day, like some strange mysterious force that seemed to be guiding their every move. They had no idea what they were getting themselves into, but they knew there was something wonderful about the Providence Design District. The 3 designers, Ashley, Teresa, and Jacqueline, were all excited to meet up at the Small Point Cafe on Westminster Street in downtown Providence. They had heard about the Providence Design District and thought it would be the perfect place to start a new business. The trio discussed their design skills and brainstormed ideas for their new venture over lattes and cappuccino, and a single scone between them. Ashley was a fashion designer, Teresa an interior designer, and Jacqueline a web designer. They talked about the possibility of combining their skills to create a unique and dynamic design business. Teresa talked about the importance of creating a cohesive design aesthetic. She suggested they focus on a specific type of design that could be used in both fashion and interior design. Ashley and Jacqueline agreed and began to discuss the possibilities. Jacqueline suggested they create a website to showcase their work and make it easier for potential clients to find them. She also suggested they use social media to promote their business. The group brainstormed ideas for their business and eventually settled on a name. Small Point Design, named after the cafe, where they came up with this amazing new triple threat design business. They decided it was the perfect name for their business because it was located in downtown Providence and represented their small business. The trio was excited about their new venture and couldn't wait to get started. They planned to visit the Brown, Johnson, and Wales and RSD design libraries, along with other downtown designers in the Providence Design District, to find inspiration and ideas for their business. The 3 designers had a great time at the cafe and left feeling inspired and ready to take on the world of design. They knew that if they worked together, they could create something unique and special. With the help of their combined skills, Small Point Design was born, named after their favorite cafe in Down City. Their minds were bursting with ideas and their hearts were filled with joy. They worked together every day and night to make something new, something that was out of sight. Their efforts paid off and the world was astounded. At the magnificent work of the 3 designers they founded, the world was a better place and the 3 friends had a blast, thanks to the power of their creative partnership that would ever last. The end. Providence was proud to have such talented women. Minnie and Mikey too. Marla and Ava had been friends since they were little, and they both shared a love of animals. They had both grown up with pets and were constantly talking about all the animals they had ever had. Marla decided to get a new puppy, and the very same day, Ava decided to get a puppy too. They both named their new puppies Minnie and Mikey. The 2 dogs became instant best friends, and Marla and Ava were delighted by their playful energy. Mikey and Minnie were always running around together, chasing each other and playing tag. Marla and Ava were happy just to sit and watch their furry friends having fun. One day, Marla and Ava decided to take Mikey and Minnie to the park. As their pups, Minnie and Mike played fetch, ran around, and explored all the sights and smells. Marla shouted across the park to Ava, "I have a far better design for this park, you know. We need more space in the sun for the dogs to get exercise," and Ava yelled back. "And we could create a structure to keep the pups cool on hot sunny days." The 2 women found they shared a passion for design, and when they started to discuss their businesses, they discovered a new level of understanding and cooperation. Ava's architecture business was flourishing, but Marla's landscape design business was still struggling to gain a foothold in the competitive Providence market. As the 2 women talked, they decided to join forces and create a revolutionary new project, one that would revolutionize landscape and architecture forever. The project was centered in the heart of the Providence Design District, the perfect location for their businesses to collaborate and create something that would stand out from the rest. So they spent months designing and constructing their plans and project, and when it was complete, it was unlike anything the city had ever seen. The project combined Ava's ability to create stunning architectural designs with Marla's eye for detail in landscaping, a better dog park design with a new dog pavilion and exercise areas. The design featured lush gardens, unique pathways, and elegant outdoor seating areas. The combination of architecture and landscape design was a perfect match and created a one-of-a-kind experience. The project was a success, and soon Marla and Ava were in demand, with commissions coming in from all over the city. Word spread about their unique project, and soon people across the country were taking note. The two women had proven that when two creative minds come together, the possibilities are endless. The creative capital of New England was forever changed because of their collaboration, and the city of Providence was proud to have such talented women in its midst. Marla and Ava's project in the Providence Design District was a testament to the power of collaboration. Through their hard work and dedication, they created a masterpiece that would stand the test of time. Thanks to their puppy friendship of Minnie and Mikey and their shared passion for design, Marla and Ava had created something truly spectacular in the end. Jewelry designer, smoke and mirrors. PVD jewelry designer Kelsey and her little Yorkie pup B had been working late in their office on Mathewson Street in downtown Providence, nestled in the heart of the Providence Design District. It was nearing midnight, and Kelsey was busy finishing her latest pieces for the world-famous Tsiolkovsky jewelry brand. Suddenly, a loud alarm pierced the quiet of the night. Smoke was pouring out of the office, and the building was quickly engulfed in flames. Kelsey had to act quickly, so she grabbed her little dog B and ran out of the building. The two were safe, but Kelsey's entire office was gone. Everything she had worked on was destroyed in the fire. Fortunately, Kelsey was able to salvage her sketches and design plans, as well as her laptop, which contained all of her work. Kelsey was devastated by the fire, but she was determined to make the deadline for Tsiolkovsky jewelry. With the help of her friends, she was able to recreate her pieces and met the deadline. Kelsey was grateful to have escaped the fire with B, and was also thankful for the help from her friends. She was back in business and was now more determined than ever to keep creating beautiful jewelry. The end. A fashion design story. Linda, Sharon, and Mary Ellen had been best friends since their freshman year at Rhode Island School of Design. Now, freshly graduated and armed with their degree in fashion design, they decided to open up their own office in the heart of the Providence Design District. The office, aptly located on Dorrance Street next to Providence City Hall, was the perfect place for them to start their dreams. The budding entrepreneurs worked long and hard, creating their own unique designs that would soon make waves in the fashion world. With the help of their parents, they were able to secure the necessary funding to get their business up and running. They quickly began to gain a reputation as the go-to fashion designers in the area, and soon their business was booming. As their business grew, they were able to hire more employees and expand their services. They also began to offer fashion design classes, which allowed them to help aspiring designers achieve their dreams of success. Today, Linda, Sharon, and Mary Ellen are considered the top fashion designers in Providence. Their success is a testament to their hard work and dedication, and they are an inspiration to many. The end. A web design story. Henry had been living in Down City for the past 3 years and had become well acquainted with the other design businesses in the Providence Design District. He had always been intrigued by the two designers who worked down the street on Washington Street, Kathy the web designer and Marianne the architect intern. Her office was on Waybosseet Street, where the road bends near the arcade. Hank, as everyone liked to call him, had heard rumors that their work was impeccable, so he was excited to have the opportunity to collaborate with them on a brand new design project no one had heard of before. Today was the day he had been waiting for. Hank was meeting with Kathy and Marianne at the What's Your Writers Club conference room on Westminster Street smack dab, in the center of the Providence Design District, to discuss the empty windows design project they were working on. Hank was nervous, but he was also eager to learn from the two talented designers. When he arrived, he was immediately taken with the atmosphere of the Providence Design District. Everywhere he looked, there were creative minds at work, and he felt inspired just by being there. He had never seen anything like it before. Kathy and Marianne welcomed him warmly and immediately got to work discussing the project. Hank was impressed with their knowledge and insight, and he could tell that the project was going to be something special. At the end of the meeting, Hank was filled with a sense of accomplishment. It was clear that together, the three of them could create something truly amazing in the Providence Design District. The end. A Down City design story. The creative capital of New England was home to three great designers, each with their own zone. On Washington Street was a designer named Jean, on Westminster Street was a designer named Dean, and on Waybosseet Street was a designer named Anne. They each had their own style and a design point of view. Jean was bold and daring, always pushing the trend. She'd come up with something new that no one could comprehend. Dean was classic and timeless, a master of grace. He'd come up with something exquisite, a sight to embrace. The third designer, Anne, was the one with the spark. She'd come up with something unique, a design in the dark. The three of them joined together to see what they could do, and they all came together to create something new. They blended their styles and all of their skills with a design that gave Providence people chills. The design was a masterpiece, like no one had seen. It was beautiful and perfect, a real work of dream. The three designers had made something so grand that their design skills were now in demand. The creative capital of now had something new, a design by three designers, each with their own view. Jean, Dean, and Anne designs had created something awe-inspiring, a true feat of creative courage, skill, and design engineering. The end. A new day for PVD designers. Once there were Providence, Rhode Island designers 3 who loved to create things that made others' eyes light up and sparkle with glee. They got up each morning and set coffee to perk, creating designs they knew would work. From their design studio, they crafted the best, from logos and websites to graphics that always impressed. Their ideas were so bold and their colors so bright, the city of Providence just couldn't help but take notice of their light. As their business grew, so did their fame. They knew that Providence was the perfect place for their design to reign. They inspired others with their ideas and creations, and soon their work was celebrated all around the nation. The point of the story is pretty clear. Providence designers make dreams come true here. The end. Once upon a time in design. Once upon a time, in the salty inlet city of Providence, Rhode Island, a new design district was born. The Providence Design District was a hub of creativity, ingenuity, and innovation. The Providence Design District artists, architects, and designers from around the world flocked to the area, eager to explore the possibilities of the new district. The Providence Design District quickly became the go-to destination for those seeking to bring their ideas to life. It was a place where creative minds could come together and share their visions for the future. From the boldest fashion trends to the most cutting-edge technologies, the Design District was a place where anything was possible. The district soon became a hotbed for experimentation and collaboration. Designers, architects, and innovators from all walks of life worked side by side to create innovative solutions to the problems facing society. Whether it was developing green technology or creating sustainable structures, the Design District was a place where real progress could be made. As the years went by, the Design District grew in size and influence. It was a place where people from across the globe could come together to share their ideas and work together to create a better tomorrow. The Design District was a place of possibility, of ambition, and of progress, and it continues to be a beacon of hope for the future. The end. Design Adventure Stories by A.B. Marcus. Copyright Circle 2023, A.B. Marcus. All rights reserved. Gracie Media, www.graciemedia.us.